Okay. Okay, now we've come to our production possibility frontier graphical tool. Effectively, it's just the boundary between the combinations of goods and services that can be produced and the combination that cannot be produced given the available factors of production that we have. Remember, we've got fixed amount of resources. We've got limited resources. Okay? Just say our factors of production or resources are labor and machinery, and the state of technology that we are at the moment. So again, boundary between combination of goods and services that can be and cannot be produced given the available factors of production and our current state of technology. PPF is a useful graphical tool to illustrate the impacts of scarcity and its consequences. We all know this opportunity cost tells us that we are facing trade-off. But you'll see, guys, PPF is also a simple, useful way to depict this trade-off to uncover production efficiency. The trade-off is equivalent to the opportunity cost of production. All right. So let's look at our PPF graphical model here. For simplicity, guys, suppose a country can only produce DVD or mobile phone. Remember, this is a model, guys. In a model, we simplify things so that you can focus more on things that are most important. That's why we call that a model. Each point on the graph is equivalent to a column of the table. Point A, the country can produce 15 DVDs, right? 15 million per year, but 0 mobile phones. Or the country can choose to produce at point B. Oh, we can use our pointer here. Look at point B. At point B, 14 DVDs, 1 mobile phone. Or the country can choose to produce at point C, producing 12 DVDs and 2 mobile phones, and so on, and so on, and so on. Okay? On the other extreme, if the country just want to produce mobile phones, 5 mobile phones, but no DVDs. Okay? Connecting all those points, now we've got the line through the points, and we call that the PPF line. Okay? The PPF curve. Essentially, guys, the PPF try to present to you 3 features of production possibilities in sharp focus. 1. What is attainable, what is unattainable combinations due to the limits of the production resources that we have and the current technology that we have at the moment. 2. PPF is going to show you what is being efficient and what is being inefficient in our production process. 3. Trade-off and freelance. Let's talk about this one by one. We can produce at any point inside the PPF or on the curve. Okay? So again, we can produce at any point inside the PPF or any points along the frontier curve. Okay? But we cannot produce at any point outside the PPF, such as point G. Okay? So what I'm saying here, A, B, C, D, E, F are attainable combinations of points, okay, to produce given the resources that we have. Or any points inside the PPF is fine. We can do that. But with the current resources that we have, okay, and the state of technology that we are at the moment, I'm sorry guys, point G is not possible for the time being. Okay? So essentially the PPF separates attainable combinations from unattainable combinations. Right? Efficient, inefficient. Production efficiency is a situation in which we cannot produce more of one good or service without producing less of something else. We are going to illustrate that, guys, on our next figure. The distinction on what is being efficient and what is being inefficient. When we produce on the PPF, that is to say we produce at point A, point B, or point C, or point D, or point E, or point F, you have been efficient in utilizing your scarce resources. Okay? So any points along the PPF, guys, efficient. If we produce inside the PPF, such as point 8, guys. Point 8 is attainable, yes, but have you been efficient? No. Point 8 is an efficient production. Why? Because more could be produced of both goods without foregoing either good. So again, any points inside the PPF curve, inefficient point. Any points along the PPF curve, efficient points. Okay? Let's go deeper. A trade-off is an exchange, giving up one thing to get something else. A freelance is a gift, getting something without giving up something else. When we produce on the PPF, we are facing a trade-off. Okay? Okay, can you look at this, guys? E, efficient point. D, also efficient point, right? Okay. If production were inside the PPF, there would be a freelance. Moving from point H to point D does not involve a trade-off. Okay. See, at point H, you are producing 5 DVDs and 3 mobile phones. But you are being inefficient, guys. Okay? You could get a freelance. That is to say, you could have moved to point D. Given the resources that we have, you should have been able to produce 9 DVDs without giving up mobile phones. Is that clear, guys? That's why we call this inefficient point. You are being inefficient in utilizing your resources. You could have done better, right? You could have got freelance here. That is to say, you can gain more DVDs without actually giving up mobile phones. All right? The opportunity cost of a mobile phone. a move from one efficient point to another involves a trade-off and hence has an opportunity cost. The opportunity cost of a mobile phone is the decrease in the quantity of DVDs divided by the increase in the number of mobile phones as we move along the PPF. Okay, looks very wordy, guys. Okay, but graph speaks better than words in economics. Let's talk about this. All I'm saying is just this. So again, all these points along the PPF curve are, again guys, what did I hear? Efficient points, all right? If you want to move from point A to point B, B to C, now we are talking about trade-off, okay? See, at point A, 15 DVDs, but no mobile phones, okay? Guys, if you want to produce one more mobile phones, that is to say that you are moving from point A to point B, you have to give up your DVDs, guys. Okay? A to B, decrease in quantity of DVDs 1 million in order to increase 1 million of mobile phones. Okay? B to C. Okay, B to C. If you want to produce more of mobile phones again, guys, see, B to C, moving from 1 to 2, you have to give up DVDs, right? So what is the opportunity cost? What is the trade-off there? To gain one more of mobile phones, in this case, you have to give up 2 DVDs. And so on, and so on, and so on. Okay? Okay, before I move anything further, let's emphasize again by switching to the visualizer, just to give you a nice quick summary on this PPF, okay? So all I'm saying is just this, guys. Production of 2 goods, DVD or mobile phone, okay? This is your PPF curve. These are the different combination of goods and services that you can produce. All right? A, B, C, D, E, F are efficient points. Okay? Moving from A to B, there's a trade-off. Okay, that is to say, you have to give up your DVDs in order to gain more of mobile phones. B, C, there's a trade-off. Is that okay, guys? One piece of advice, guys, when I do drawing like this, guys, I want you to follow me, guys. Okay? Follow me in your notebook. Okay? Efficient. Moving from A to B, we illustrate the idea of trade-off. Okay? There's opportunity cost that you have to incur. In order to gain of something, you have to give up other things. Okay? Point 8. Is that good, guys? No. 8 is being inefficient. Point 8 is inefficient. Why? Because should you be more efficient, guys, you could have produced more of the goods or services there. Is that right, guys? See, you could have moved from H to E, okay? From H to E, the level of production of DVD doesn't change, but you are gaining more mobile phones. Okay? Point, just say point G. What do we call that point, guys? Sorry, that's unattainable. Unattainable. Okay? Any points along the PPF curve, efficient points. Inside the PPF curve, attainable, but you are being inefficient. Outside the PPF, for the time being, it's unattainable. We are hoping in the future, as we have more resources, our technology gets better, this PPF curve can shift so that we can achieve G, not now, in the future. Okay, good. Let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, guys, you see, guys, there's an idea of increasing opportunity costs. If we go back to this, okay, you see A to B, when you want to gain one more unit of mobile phones, you give up how many DVDs, guys? You give up one, right? Okay. See, A to B, that is to say, to get one more of mobile phone, you are giving up one DVD. 15 to 14. Okay. If you want to gain one more unit of mobile phone, 1 to 2, see, now you are giving up how many, guys? You're giving up 2. 14 goes down to 12. 2 to 3. You want to get one more unit of mobile phones. Now you are giving up how many, guys? You are giving up 3 DVDs. 12 goes down to 9. Okay? We call that increasing opportunity costs. We call that increasing opportunity costs. Or to put it simply, the opportunity cost of a mobile phone increases as more mobile phones are being produced. Okay? First, you don't have to give up that many DVDs in order to gain an additional unit of mobile phone. But then, you have to give more. You have to give up more of the DVDs to gain one additional unit of mobile phone. Increasing opportunity cost. That is why, guys, when we draw the PPF, it's like a curve. It's not a straight line going down. That illustrates the idea of increasing opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is what you give up divided by what you gain. Okay? In the next part of the presentation, we are going to talk about the principle of comparative advantage and absolute advantage. But hopefully, what I've done in this session, guys, enhance your understanding of the PPF model. All we are trying to do is using that as our graphical tool to illustrate the concept of scarcity, trade-off, efficient, inefficient, what is attainable, what is unattainable. See you in the next part.